Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Leadership Speak series of L Forum. Today, I have the privilege and honor of welcoming Mr. Chris Shaffer, who is the head of the claims division at George Hills. And I have known Chris from his past life at York, and we worked together, had some wonderful times together. And Chris and I have embarked on many interesting projects while he was at York. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thank you, Ringo, and thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
So my leadership journey began early on in my career as I was actually an IT worker. And as I was working my way through college, I found myself in positions of leadership in IT scenarios for interstate banking and financial services. So when I was put in positions where I was actually given meaningful mentorship by people that wanted to, that saw something in me that I probably didn't see intrinsically in myself, in terms of helping me grow into being a leader, and saw that there was some obviously something in me that I inherently probably wanted that. I really responded to it very well. Also, moving away from line level management into leading leaders, and so that was a big transition for me as an individual, and also insofar as leadership skills that I was trying to develop. I've been serving in a leadership position with the church since 2012, and those lessons that I learned in business have helped me insofar as the leadership that I've leadership roles and responsibilities that I've taken on with our church, and also vice versa as well. One, I want to empower people, and that empowerment comes in many different ways. I think leaders need to be available and connected. It's not so much that you are, if I were to take a military term, you're not so much a non-commissioned officer where you're there in the trench with your workers necessarily. But there needs to be a level of empathy and connectivity. You need to be relevant in their eyes. And that's some of that work that I think that leaders, that successful leaders do, and I'm still trying to be a successful leader, is maintaining that relevance and maintaining that connectivity, so you can have that relevance with those that you work with. Those lines. I think it's something that's that spirit, though, is really about creativity and responsiveness, and again, pulling that into and making it applicable to the goals and objectives of your organization. I don't think that entrepreneurialism and carelessness go hand in hand. They really don't. It's not a matter of gambling on a high reward, high risk sort of basis. But I think it's more of the ability to synthesize information and look for applicability in places where that risk is managed to a tolerable level. Let's face it, many of the things that we do just in our everyday lives have these incredible risk statistics when you look at them. But we often push that back in our mind, right? Because we are focused on going from point A to point B and doing these various things. I think that you can't, and it's probably not prudent to discount the risks that are out there, but I think that it's also important that you weigh them and you judge them based upon what you know and new information that you have. I try to look at things in ways that I categorize them as far as, the things that I do that impede my own, things that I have direct control over, right? I can be my own worst enemy, right? I think that there are obstacles that are put in our place by others that have the same sorts of challenges that I have, but we're working together, right? So I'm working with others' biases, right? With their experiences. The entire world had to deal with the outcome of the pandemic, and it was something that was evolving. It created an incredible challenge for leaders. It created a challenge for me, most definitely within the business leadership roles that I played, and also within my religious community, and to a lesser extent even within my family. Be on the lookout for your replacement immediately. Encourage them, train them, find them, and mentor them. Keep an open mind. Be humble and be curious. Ask a lot of questions. It's okay to be wrong, to admit and to learn from being wrong, and because that opens the door to progress.
Thank you so much for your time, and wish you all success in all your future endeavors, and all the very best.
Absolutely, Ringo. Thank you, and thanks to everyone that listened.
Like, share, and subscribe to the EL Forum channel. Click the link below to enjoy the full video.